Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. I am Fredicia Liebert. Tourism and green investments. That is the theme under which the Ministry of Tourism hosted the inaugural Nevis Tourism Investment Forum on Tuesday, May 23rd. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, John Hanley, gave the forum overview.
The theme for Tourism Awareness Month 2023 is Tourism and Green Investments. This theme is patterned after the United Nations World Tourism Organization assigned theme for World Tourism Day 2023. Today's forum focuses on green investments in the Nevis tourism industry as we explore entrepreneurial opportunities for Nevis's tourism industry, take a critical look at some of the challenges affecting our investment climate, and seek to come up with solutions to these challenges to ensure that our destination remains competitive. When we speak of green investment, we are referring to the entrepreneurial endeavors that are sustainable. In other words, those which aim to protect our fragile environment, preserve and showcase our rich heritage, and also provide viable economic livelihoods for our locals. Investment is not only for the rich. A critical part of this discussion, therefore, is the idea that local, authentically Nevisian investment must be encouraged because, after all, it is the genuine Nevisian experience that our visitors yearn for, above all, when they visit our island.
Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, noted that we have to take steps now to ensure that our economy is environmentally friendly.
All around the world, people are talking about how we green our economies, how we transform our economies, how we move from what we have been to what we hope to be in terms of our economies being sustainable and for us to have economic activity that is aligned with the environmental needs of our country and the sustainability needs of our country. These words used to be just buzzwords, but I think forums such as this are demonstrating that what used to be buzzwords perhaps at the UN level and at that high level is now percolating downwards to all of us. And so that we're realizing that sustainability in our tourism, green in our economy are actually important for our very survival. And that is why I think this forum is so critical. And I want to thank again Mr. Hanley and his team for coming up with the idea to put on something such as this. And what are we trying to do here is really to get ideas, to have a discussion that is fulsome. I am particularly pleased that we have a question and answer session to get these ideas, as we did with the Youth Congress recently, from our young people, to determine what is the best approach in terms of tourism.
The forum received presentations from Colin Dorr, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, who gave the fiscal perspective, Leonard Stapleton, consultant and author, who gave the tourism perspective, Denrick Liebert, credit manager at the Bank of Nevis Limited, who gave the corporate business perspective, and entrepreneur Shobina Prince, who gave the small business perspective. The forum was moderated by business consultant and farmer Daniel Atherton.
My hope is that the takeaways will be the global, regional, and national context for the perspectives that they come. I would like to see the takeaway that the strategic and tactical approaches for whatever they're going to suggest. And to see their activist role to further these same perspectives. We also would like to take away some key performance indicators as to the suggestions. I would like to ensure that they focus on some innovations because, we are innovative people. Divisions have always been.
The inaugural Nevis Tourism Investment Forum culminated with an exhibition of made-in Nevis products. The event was held as part of Tourism Awareness Month on the island, dubbed Exposition Nevis. Notice has been given for a sitting of the National Assembly to be held at the National Assembly Chambers, Government Headquarters, Bastille St. Kitts, on Thursday, May 25th, 2023 at 10 a.m. 8 bills will receive their first reading and 2 will receive their second reading. The Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister and Minister responsible for Finance, National Security, Citizenship and Immigration, Health and Social Security, will seek leave to introduce and have read a first time the bills entitled Smoking Designated Areas Bill 2023, Drugs Prevention and Abatement of the Misuse and Abuse of Drugs Amendment Bill 2023, and Rastafari Rights Recognition Bill 2023. The Honorable Garth Wilkin, Attorney General and Minister responsible for Justice and Legal Affairs, will seek leave to introduce and have read a first time the bills entitled Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Bill 2023, Crown Proceedings Amendment Bill 2023, Whistleblowers Protection Bill 2023, Unauthorized Disclosure of Official Information Bill 2023, and Proceeds of Crime Amendment Bill 2023. The Attorney General will also move the second reading of Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Bill 2023 and Crown Proceedings Amendment Bill 2023. Meantime, the Honorable Garth Wilkin, Attorney General and Minister responsible for Justice and Legal Affairs, will seek leave to introduce and have read a first time the Unauthorized Disclosure of Official Information Bill 2023, a bill to deter and create penalties for unauthorized disclosure of official government information by public servants and contractors of the government, notwithstanding the provisions of the Freedom of Information Act, the Whistleblower Act, or any other relevant laws pertaining to the disclosure of information. A person is prohibited from disclosing any information, document, or article, the disclosure of which would result in the commission of an offense under this act, an act which would be prejudicial to the national security of St. Christopher and Nevis, or an act which would significantly affect the administration of justice. A person who commits an offense under any provision of this act other than Section 10(1), 4, or 5 shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $20,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or to both, or on conviction on indictment to a fine not exceeding $100,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or to both. A person who commits an offense under Section 10(1), 4, or 5 shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $10,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 3 months or both. Still to come, NEVLEC Transmission and Distribution Manager receives training facilitated by Japan International Cooperation Agency. The details right after this break.
The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. Transmission and Distribution Manager Nelson Stapleton of the Nevis Electricity Company Limited, NEVLEC, participated in the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, Technical Cooperation to promote energy efficiency in Caribbean countries, held in Japan for the period of April 9th to 21st. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, is a governmental agency that provides technical cooperation and other forms of aid that promotes economic and social development in developing countries. The training focused on two components: renewable energy, which included site visits for microgrid and development of grid-forming inverters, lectures about grid stability, and various forms of renewable energy technology at the Fukushima Renewable Energy Institute of Technology, and energy efficiency, which included field trips to factories, energy efficiency vendors, and lecturers from top Japanese universities and companies such as Daikin, who is the leading innovator and provider of advanced high-quality air conditioning solutions for residential, commercial, and industrial consumers. Stapleton says the knowledge and information received are vital to assist NEVLEC and the nation in fulfilling its nationally determined contributions as it aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and implement policies to combat climate change. The training has empowered him to create greater awareness of energy efficiency, which is one of the simplest and most affordable ways to stop climate change while lowering consumer energy bills. Energy efficiency is especially crucial to achieve net zero carbon dioxide emissions through decarbonization. Registration is now open for the Department of Youth Summer Job Attachment Program. School leavers are invited to apply to be part of the 5-week internship program. The deadline to apply is June 2nd, 2023. Interviews will take place from June 19th to 30th, while training in preparation for job attachments will take place from July 3rd to 14th. The internship period will be July 17th to August 18th. Registration forms can be collected at the Department of Youth on the second floor of the Reliable Motors Miniplex. For more information, call 469-5521 extension 6710 or 6711. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Silibird. Thank you for viewing.